The next page has turned, apparently, in the ongoing Warner Brothers for sale adventure that's been happening. Of course, Paramount wants it. Netflix wants it. Warner Brothers chose Netflix. Like a jilted lover, Paramount is all pissy about it, saying lots of things. And, you know, the funny thing was, here's what's really funny. And Jonathan and I were talking about this before the show started. When the board of Warner Brothers laid out last week or 2 weeks ago, their reasons for why they are not comfortable with the Paramount bid, they listed 3 main pillars of why they chose Netflix instead of Paramount. One of them was the fact that they just don't think that Paramount's finances match up or are sound. And they fear that if this thing falls apart, their financing falls apart, it's going to cost us as Warner Brothers a lot. We don't feel comfortable with their financing structure. We just don't think it's good. So there was that. The second part was that they just believe they're going to get more money out of the Netflix deal because what Netflix is paying is only for the studio and HBO Max. So they're going to get that money and they're going to spin off their television arm, the Discovery Global arm. And they believe combined, that's going to be worth more money than what Paramount is offering. That's reason number 2. The third reason that Warner Brothers gave was a little bit more poignant. And that was, we don't trust these guys. We don't trust these guys. One of the things directly said was, we basically don't trust them, and that we fear as we get late, if we chose Paramount on certain terms, as we get closer to the execution date, they're going to pull a Vader and say, I'm altering the deal. Pray I don't alter it further. And then one of the very key observation things that they said was, Paramount also just strikes us as a very litigious partner. And we don't trust that we're not going to get close to the deal. And then they're going to take us to court to change the deal in ways that we don't want. We think they're very litigious. Well, like a jilted person saying, how dare you call me a whore? I'm going to go sleep with 12 people for money. Paramount just said, how dare you call us litigious? And then this coming to us from Routers, Paramount sues Warner Brothers. Just as Warner Brothers says, we also don't trust these guys. We find them to be very litigious potential partners. So they say, oh, call us litigious, will you? We're going to litigate you. And like whiny, insufferable, petulant, weak, bitch little babies, Paramount has now said, well, we couldn't do it the fair way. We couldn't put together a solid, reasonable financing package. We couldn't make you a good enough offer, and we couldn't prove to you that we're trustworthy. We couldn't do the things needed to do to legitimately win this thing. So we're going to do what fuckface McCockguzzler President Donald Trump does, and we're going to just become litigious. Well, then we're going to sue you. We're going to try to install our own board members. We're going to try to do this. We're going to try to do all these things. And I've just become, for those of you who've watched my show for a while, you guys know that I was extremely pro the potential future of Paramount. I was very, very, very pro. I got on my show. I'm like, listen, I just think now that they've got some vision behind them. And I think, now we got somebody in there who really loves the movies. And I think this could be really good. I'm excited about the future of Paramount. And even when they first kind of mentioned that they want to go after Warner Brothers, I was like, well, I'd rather Warner Brothers not sell, but there could be some upside here. I'd rather Paramount after just going through the merger of Skydance and Paramount, hey, take a breath, make the studio good first. But I thought I saw some upside. Ever since that moment, all Paramount has done was prove me wrong for feeling any kind of enthusiasm for them. They have just over and over again proved that they don't belong in this business. The Ellisons don't belong in this business. Like all that hope and optimism I felt for them, they have just gone, oh, you think we're good? Well, we're just going to piss all over that. And this whole thing is just now struck me as extremely sour in the mouth. Now I look at the Paramount logo, a a logo that for most, if not all of my life, I've looked to with a smile on my face because I think of entertainment. I think of Indiana Jones. That thing, now I look at it and it makes, I hate using this word, believe me, I hate it when other people use it, but I have to use it here. Makes me cringe. Now when I see the Paramount logo, it makes me cringe. And last night, I did something I never thought I'd do. I have been a subscriber to Paramount Plus from the day the new iteration of it launched. First, day one, I signed up. I've been fairly happy with it. I love Yellowstone, that sort of thing. Been excited about the UFC coming to Paramount. I canceled Paramount last night. Not that I'm not calling for a boycott or anything like that. I'm just saying, I'm just letting you know, me personally, as a guy who has been a fan of the studio, as a guy who's been very pro and optimistic about its potential future, even under the Ellisons, that logo has become such a visual trigger of cringe. I just can't even look at it anymore when I open my smart TV. I just didn't even want to see it. And I canceled it. And I'll tell you what else. Again, there's a difference between personal choices and boycotts, okay? I understand that there is a difference, okay? My personal choice is I'm not going to go see or review any Paramount movie this year. Fuck Paramount. There, I said it. Fuck Paramount. Now, that feeling can change because things change, and maybe tomorrow the Ellisons wake up and say, you know what, guys, we've been thinking about this. We've been going about this the whole wrong way. We're going to focus solely on Paramount. We're going to make this a great series. Maybe then my personal feelings can change. When things change, our feelings can change. And I'm hoping my feelings will change. But as of right now, I just personally canceled Paramount Plus. I do not intend to re-sign up to it, again, unless circumstances change. And I am neither going to talk about, see, or review any Paramount movies this year. That's it. I mean, again, that's just me personally. I'm not calling for a boycott. Just to be very clear, this is my own personal choice. But I just tell you that, Rob, because it is such a 180. I almost said 360. It is such a 180 from how I was feeling just like 3 or 4 months ago. I was so optimistic about their future. I was excited about what they were going to do. And now they have just constantly been caught jerking off in public restrooms over and over and over again that I just don't feel comfortable with you anymore. So, the second motto now of my show after Greetings and Salutations is now fuck Paramount. I want nothing to do with them. And hopefully they change directions. Hopefully they start doing things better, and then our feelings might change. But for me, I'm done with them. I'm just done for now. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. The new year doesn't require a new you, maybe just a less burdened you. Most of us carry around things like pressure, self-doubt, or that feeling that we always have to be perfect, and learning to let some of that go can make a huge difference in our lives. Therapy can help you better understand what's weighing you down by giving you an unbiased perspective on your relationships, motivations, and emotions. That's where BetterHelp comes in. See, BetterHelp connects you with quality therapists who are fully licensed in the US and follow a strict professional code of conduct. They also do the matching work for you. You fill out a short questionnaire, and with over 12 years of experience and industry-leading match rates, they usually get it right the first time. And if you ever want to switch therapists, you can do that easily from their tailored recommendations. BetterHelp is also one of the world's largest online therapy platforms, plus an average 4.9 out of 5 rating from over 1.7 million live session reviews. BetterHelp makes it easy to match online with a qualified therapist. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's BETTERHELP.com/Campea. Anyway, Rob, you saw this thing after Warner Brothers said, we're kind of worried that Paramount might be kind of a litigious potential partner. Paramount goes around and says, oh yeah? And then they sue them. Anyway, what's your take on this whole thing?
Well, the thing, it got a little strange. I mean, if you're following what's been going on over at CBS, which is part of Paramount, and CBS News, and how they installed
CBS News.
Yes, they installed Barry Weiss, and I'm a fan of the Free Press. I mean, I subscribed to it and really enjoyed that. But what's going on there is odd, and it seems to me this whole thing has become political. as opposed to.
Oh, well, that is. I'm trying to stay away from that
Yeah,
angle,
yeah,
but
but-
you're not wrong. You're 100%
Yeah,
right.
I mean, there's the Ellisons, and especially I think this is being driven more by Larry and less by David. I think David Ellison really does love movies and really does want.
I don't doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that this is a political event, or they're trying to exert political power, and they want to consolidate controlling the media to a certain extent. Whereas the Netflix Warner Brothers deal is all about entertainment. You know, Netflix is not political. They want to have a theatrical marketing. They want to have a theatrical arm that they don't have to deal with. Warner Brothers already has that. They want to acquire Warner Brothers and let Warner Brothers do what Warner Brothers does, which is make great HBO-like TV series and make great movies like the year it had in 2025. And that's what I see. I don't see that from the way Paramount is acting. I don't see anybody talking about we have these great visionary plans for our two studios to merge and we're going to make these kind of movies. I don't hear that at all coming from them. I see them being petulant. Now they're going to sue. They're accusing Warner Brothers of not being up on the up and up with their shareholders and lying about these deals. I'm like, that's some bold statements you're making. And hey, business is business. It ain't show friends, it's show business. And I understand, but I still think this is the wrong tactic. And I think I saw, how on Deadline they have like quotes from people in the industry at the bottom that kind of are quotes that are more about the state of the industry this week. Somebody said, "Come on, dude, she's just not that into you." Talking about
that's what it feels like.
We've had a
Paramount
bunch of
merger.
our own viewers writing that in live chats. Like,
Yeah,
this is like,
it's like,
guy,
come
get the
on,
hint.
man.
He doesn't want you.
Yeah, it's like, what do you? Why don't you just now focus on making Paramount a great studio? Why are you causing problems for other people? It's and again, you're forcing the amount of money that's going to be spent on lawyers and all this and fighting a lawsuit. It's just like, I don't want to do anything with you guys. The shareholders are going to have to pay for that. That's something that, who wants to do that right now?
Yeah, I think the only Paramount thing I'm going to do is I'll go to the Paramount presentation at CinemaCon because I got to cover CinemaCon, and I can't really wait to shit talk it. No, again, I'll be fair.
It'll be interesting to see what exactly. I know that Walter Hamada's over there making some cool horror movies, but
part of the reason why I've had some excitement for them, but I mean, they've just done everything they can do. Say, wait a minute, John Campea is excited about what we're doing. Well, let's put an end to that. Anyway, not that they even know who I am, so that doesn't matter. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about all this? Paramount is now suing Warner Brothers, and they want to get their own people appointed to Warner Brothers board because they want to control everything. And anyway, whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know. Fuck Paramount. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.